Good evening. Salvage workers and divers moved slowly through the black waters of the Potomac River today looking for more bodies in the wreckage of that Air Florida 737 jet which crashed into the 14th Street Bridge yesterday. In addition to the bodies, they're also looking for answers. President Reagan, on his way to New York, asked the pilot of his Marine helicopter to fly over the crash scene today. The president has offered any government help available to aid in the recovery and in the investigation. Gloria?
Jackson, yesterday was not a good day around the ice-choked Potomac River, but there were some outstanding rescue efforts. D.C. Mayor Marion Barry said on national television there was never a question the district was in charge of handling the disaster. But as Metro Media 5's James Adams reports, there was a lot of assistance from surrounding jurisdictions.
When Air Florida's Flight 90 went down, rescuers throughout the metropolitan area responded. First on the scene was Arlington County's Fire and Rescue Squad. They supplied 3 paramedic units and a total of 5 engine and ladder trucks. The district was next with 5 ambulances, 4 rescue units, and 15 fire trucks, as well as a fire boat. Alexandria had several boats standing by, 2 ambulances, and a command unit on the scene. From Montgomery County came an underwater rescue team, a disaster van, and 4 ambulances. Prince George's County also supplied 4 ambulances and a rescue squad. But in the end, the manpower and the equipment was pretty useless on the ice-covered Potomac. In the final analysis, only the Park Police helicopter proved useful.
What was killing them was the cold of the water. So it was a get them out and get them as quick as we could. And as far as the landing site where we were dropping them, we had no choice. As far as the method to move them, we had no choice. Everything was, it was just a pick it up and go from there and improvise if necessary.
The call for help was sounded by National Airport using a system called the Washington Area Warning System.
The National Airport reported over the WAWAS at that time that they had a report of a plane hit the 14th Street Bridge and had crashed. All areas, jurisdictions received the call at the same time. By us being the emergency office for the district, we then took control of coordination.
But despite the alert and fast response, most of the rescuers could do little more than watch the jet slowly sink into the Potomac. James Adams, Metro Media News.
Meanwhile, the slow, tedious, and grim job of recovering the remaining bodies on flight number 90 continued today. Metro Media 5's Mike Ritz was there.
Planes were back flying today over the 14th Street Bridge. 2 more bodies were pulled from the Potomac this morning. A woman and a baby had floated to the surface overnight. They were found frozen solid in the ice among the debris. At least 60 more people are believed to be entombed in the sunken wreckage of the Boeing 737. Salvage workers made little progress today. Boats and barges tried to break up the ice to get easier access to the wreck. Workers were lowered in a steel cage to the river's surface to pick through the debris. A floating bridge was hastily built to serve as a work platform on the Potomac. Diving teams went into the river, but one diver said he could not see his hand in front of his face. Divers had to try to pinpoint the pieces of the plane by feeling the wreckage. They could stay in the frigid waters for only 15 minutes at a time. It may be anywhere from another 2 days to 2 weeks before the plane is recovered.
Well, it's hard to say. Due to the conditions, it could take days. Possibly even the aftermath of this won't be over for months until the spring thaw. It's a shame, but it's obvious that the people that are in the water now are dead. So you want to do the operation as safe as possible and not to jeopardize any more lives in the recovery operation. And you've got to be extremely careful. You have hazardous conditions with the ice. Okay, there are jagged pieces of wreckage everywhere, and it's very easy to get yourself in a bad situation.
Officials hope they can lift the entire fuselage out in one piece with the trapped bodies intact inside. If that cannot be done, the dead will be removed first and then the wreckage. When the salvage effort resumes tomorrow morning, divers will be looking for more than just bodies. They hope to recover the flight data and cockpit voice recorders that might provide some explanation of why Air Florida's Flight 90 went down. From the 14th Street Bridge, Mike Ritz, Metro Media News.